Hello and welcome to the Deck Spotlight series. Today we are going to be playing with Control Mage. It's a pretty basic list, with the notable changes of Dress Renegade to complement the Arrests. But let's get into these games. In testing, this deck can generally play against anything you find on the ladder, but you want to avoid the intelligence mirrors, and you want to get keyed into some of the more aggressive style decks. Mage. So it might be the mirror. Keeping RN is tempting. As that card, as just like a 5-mana 5/5 draw card is very good in the mirror. But if this is mid-range mage, which it looks like it is, I will execute this immediately.
Training is over.
Okay.
It's time to act. By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Hopefully they don't have an execute of their own, or a Grizzly Gourmet. Ally on 3. With no 1-drop. So that's fairly good for us. That's a slower start. I will do this. It doesn't play around Grizzly Gourmet or Execute, but I think they would have just slammed it if they had it.
You can't defeat us.
Oof, what a good hit. I will continue playing into this lane.
May the ancestors bless us.
Okay, there's their own iron. Getting nothing back, which is good. Mage's Trick. Hive Defender, okay. So this is gonna get one attack in on us, which is pretty bad.
History shall remember this day.
Crushing Blow face, wow. That's a very, oh my goodness. Those are very aggressive lines. I'm just gonna arrest this now. Getting this effect is very, very good, even though my hand's full of creatures. It's a removal spell with upside. Prefect, no follow-up. Very, very good for us.
Let none defile our temple.
Careful there, friend.
I don't want to ward this, because if he has a Javelin, then it blanks that, but I think it's fine.
Your orders, your orders.
Wow. We are doing it. Okay, Parthenax is going to end this game very, very quickly. I just want to make sure that I get as many cards out of my hand as possible so I don't overdraw.
I shall end their blasphemy.
I will attack a little bit and end.
Elements, I summon thee.
Okay, there's Atromancer. Now the question is, how greedy do I get? Because I can tome this and then Ice Storm. And it kills 1, 2, 3 of mine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of theirs. Or do I just go Ring, Manticora, kill, attack, attack, he attacks me for 2, I attack here. I like Ice Storming.
Sheol take you.
There's a plan. There's always a plan. Soldiers,
This should be able to mop up whatever else he has. I'm gonna Mage's Trick first. Let us draw a card. Dawn's Wrath, good. We will arrest that. And end. The life gain that I'm gonna get off of this is gonna be very good. Especially if we Parthenax. Oh, okay, they're conceding. Alright, well that was a nice, quick game. That matchup's generally slighted in your favor. The aggro mage. When they start leaning into the more mid-range strategies, it can get a little worse, but we managed to pull it off. Mage again, wow. Tempted to keep Shrieking Harpy, but it doesn't deal with any of their 2-drops, so I will mulligan it.
there's a plan. There's always a plan.
Okay.
Wait! Did you hear that?
Okay, so it is aggro mage again. That's not gonna draw a card.
I'll take them with me!
Ooh. Opponent thought that this was a willpower creature, but it is neutral.
Chimera, guide us! I'll take them with me!
May the ancestors bless us.
Because I drew the Mage's Trick, I will Firebolt immediately. Because this draws me an additional card. And I'm already ahead on cards, I just want to keep that going. This most likely will not kill any of their creatures. Harpy.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
I will Mage's Trick this now. Just to cycle it. Make sure that I'm just staying ahead.
Let none defile our temple!
Sheol.
Tome immediately. So I'm going to play the Daggerfall Mage in this lane.
They will meet their makers.
because I'm perfectly fine with him attacking me and breaking one of these runes. Because I'm going to be able to sufficiently mop up any of his creatures with 2 arrests for anything deadly, ice storms for any atromancers, and we have a buffer in our own Knight of the Hour. And of course we can just do that.
Shall take you.
I'm gonna remove this now. Even though it is shackled, I didn't need to.
Elements, I
Alright.
summon thee.
High Defender is a good hit. Drez Renegade also a good hit. So I'm going to arrest this. Shackle that. And then do this. And then pass the turn.
I have many important
On
things
Kano.
on my mind.
Where is that going? Straight face. Opponent could have just a fistful of burn. Some lightning bolts, maybe another Atromancer. Prison, wow. Not sure what for. I don't want to arrest here on this Ankano, as it is our only hard removal spell in hand. But with 2 Dress Renegades, we can really start going in. And if our opponent has a bunch of burn in hand, I definitely want to remove that. Because then their burn can start dealing with my creatures as well. Undying Dragon. See, that would have been a good thing to arrest. Execute.
Let none defile our temple.
So this will turn into a 10-10 with 3 damage on it, so it'd be a 10-7. Jav, go face. Okay. Undying Dragon number 2. Maroc. if I go Marok Steel and then attack all out, or at least put them to 26, this will reduce to a 6, and then I die to Lightning Bolt. So I believe I need to Dress Renegade.
I'll keep a lookout.
And then go like that. And then play a second Hive Defender over here. Pass. Just make sure that my opponent's lightning bolts hit my creatures.
Hold your position.
Oh wow, it whiffed. That's very good for us. Yep, lightning bolt my creature. Perfect. Javelin. What do I lose to? If I just go Marok Steel, that's just 4, puts me to 6. How can he do 6 damage in 1 turn? Don't believe he can.
You cannot
So I will do this immediately. I will take that. Attack to make sure that his life total is as close to as, or as low as possible for future Undying Dragons.
You can't defeat us.
Base lightning bolts. Javelin. I will keep this. Make sure that this goes face.
We'll see about this.
That goes there. That goes there. I can't imagine any charged creatures out of my opponent's deck.
By the 8th, they will meet their maker.
But to close this game as soon as possible, I will go like this. Mage usually does damage in bursts of 4.
The day is yours.
Perfect. 2-0 in the mirror. That's very good. Something good? No. That card's fine, actually. This list I'm presenting is very, very good in the mirror with the arrests. And without our Undying Dragons of our own. Because Undying Dragons are just removal spell magnets. And I want to make sure that my opponent's removal spells are as bad as possible. Okay, Assassin is more troubling than Mage. I will keep the Shrieking Harpy for Goblin Skulks, and to hopefully tempo their Mournhold traders, if possible. Pass is good for us. Firebolt is also good.
By the 8th, they will meet their maker.
I will pass again. A 2/2 isn't
The forest is my strength and my courage.
that scary. Shackle that to ensure that he can't attack, and then if he goes face, he breaks a rune.
Teach you to mess with me.
Okay.
Just give me a name.
Slayer. 2. So I can go like this. I'm on a very reactive start, which isn't good against Assassin, but they haven't had their insane draws. So he's gonna get his tome now. Hopefully they don't have a ward crafter to back it up with, because that's gonna force my jab. Oh. Very aggressive line. Oh, what a draw. I will Ice Storm immediately. Take that 2 for 1. They used these 2 removal spells to ensure that their creatures could get on the aggressive.
Careful there, friend.
And they did have the Wardcrafter too. They're just sandbagging. Yeah, I'll sandbag. And then a Mage of our own.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
So we're not very scared of charge creatures as they break runes.
Just give me a name.
Hive Defender. I could go Bolt, Defender, next turn Bolt whatever they play into Marok, sweep up. But if I go Defender, Bolt, and they immediately go Tazcat attack, it breaks 2 runes, that's fine. A little awkward that their Shearborn Dragon got a 2 for 1 out of me, because now I'm behind in cards.
Of course I'm on your side.
Very, very, very good target for our Marok. So I will bait action, because they will get their curse, and cursing this isn't very good, because it means that this won't be able to do anything, and I have my Marok.
It's nothing personal. Elements, I summon thee.
Okay, that's bad. Hopefully we can hit something good. That's really bad. That's better. I need to arrest this, as it does the most damage. In general, this is why the Assassin matchup is so bad. Is because they provide good clocks with their mid-game creatures, and then, ooh, they elected to trade. That's very, very good for us. There's the curse. At this point, I would like an Ice Storm. Pass. Oof. Made his trick an excellent draw, and Ice Storm, wow. Arrest. So these are double curse. Or, no, 1 curse, 1 card.
Elements,
Okay.
I summon thee.
Ping ping. With
forest is my strength and my courage.
Last card in their hand is a curse. Ice Storm off of the board.
By the 8, they will
Daggerfall Mage.
Favor me.
We just need to fade some top decks here. Manticore there so that if we draw another guard, we can play it in this lane so that their charge creatures are less good.
By the 8, they will meet their makers.
The other thing we could have done, of course, is ooh, that's a good draw. Is arrested or stolen their Shearpoint Dragon so that our curse gives -2/-2 to kill this for that exact reason. But this is perfectly fine. Is this the dreaded Tazcad? No. Okay, this is looking good for us. Tempting to Ice Storm just to break this, but I don't think that's necessary. As this has ward, it's already going to warrant a 2-for-1 because they either need to double curse it or attack it twice, etc.
Of course I'm on your side.
Trader, Shaman,
Just give me a name.
Slayer. Ancano, also a good draw. I feel like just using these 2 jabs because we already have 2 other kill spells in our hand. Destroy this one. He'll get a second curse, and if he just goes curse, curse, attack, perfectly fine. Aaron, excellent draw.
May the ancestors bless us.
So I will elect for the arrest here and pass.
The forest is my cloak.
Dark Rare. Firebolts.
I have many important things on my mind.
How many lightning bolts have they played? 1. The question is, do I start attacking in? And I think 1 or 2 attacks are good.
History shall
1,
remember
2.
this day.
The worry, of course, is double charge now, because they didn't hit anything. At 4 cards, the odds of them getting double charge is 10 or 20%. No, it's got to be less. Okay, they had a bolt in hand.
Apologies.
I have many important
And Icona, okay.
things on my mind.
So they weren't sandbagging the lightning bolt. That was well done by them. I figured if they had a lightning bolt, they would have just fired it off. So 2-1. Moving on. I'm not sad to lose versus Assassin. We almost stabilized. We played to our outs. But they took it in the end, so perfectly fine. Hopefully we can get another aggressive deck. No more intelligence mid-range junk. Scout, okay. So this matchup is about 50-50. It's a little slanted in your favor. I will run Warcrafter out. Because of the fact that I'm running Supreme Atromancers and a Parthenax of my own. Ooh, mid-range Scout. Not attacking because they could play a guard. Such as.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
We're not going to trade there. Hopefully they attack face with this.
You must be cleansed.
Yep. We want as much damage on our face as possible in this matchup.
Shale.
If I don't play the Dress Renegade, they will attack. Buff this to 7, attack, break a rune. If I do play the Dress Renegade, they will go attack, attack. Dress Renegade will be 4 mana, gain 7 life. No, I'd rather have the card. So now I'm not
I'll keep a lookout.
sad about playing the Dress Renegade because I have the Arrest to mop up whatever afterwards. Shadow Shift. Pass. Ooh. Ooh. And the Renegade as a follow-up. Excellent. The reason that Scout... Oh my, they passed. The reason that Scout is usually a bad matchup, or can be a bad matchup, is because if they can play all their ramp spells and all their Hist Groves, which you have no answer for, and beat you to the late game, it can get very, very bad. But in this deck we are playing Atromancers and our own Parthenax, which doesn't... it's not amazing. Because of the fact that we're not playing natural Soul Tears, we can't engage in our own infinite Parthenax loop. But from the looks of it, we're going to be okay. So that Manticore was a 3 for 1.
Please help me.
Arrest? Ah. Generally, I'm not a fan of just running out guard creatures against A, Scout, B, Control decks, because it forces removal. Or because it gets removal out of them. But against mid-range Scout, it's fine because they could be playing stuff like Cliff Racers.
Now you will see real power.
Option A is Odavine. Go attack, attack. No, Odavine, attack, attack. Option B is Parthenax, hope we hit the lottery. Because if Parthenax whiffs, pretty bad. We don't have... We do have Soltar targets, so they would get... let's do it. Spin that wheel! Okay, Drain Vitality is good. Fire Breath, okay, we did it. Okay, we're good. Because we go Fire Breath, attack, attack. Pass.
I am a child of darkness.
Can you please help me?
Ice Storm. Option A is Drain Vitality, Odavine. That's only a 2 for 2. Or we can go like this. Yeah, Scout doesn't play too many prophecies. Okay, we're just going for it. Because this puts 2 giant dragons on the board that are absolute must deal with, and Scout doesn't have very many good removal spells. We're quietly playing against Waves of the Fallen.
I would protect the hist.
Bolts. Okay. And we win. So 3-1 with Control Mage. So a pretty good showing. Mid-range Scout is a little off the wall. And they didn't get off to a good start. Mage again. Goodness. So the question is, do I keep Hive Defender with the ring? Because if it's the Control Mirror, the answer is no. If it's aggro, the answer is yes. If it's mid-range, the answer is no. So I will mulligan. Yeah, this hand's kind of poopy. Okay, well, no turn 1 Disciple of Akatosh. 5th Legion Trainer. Scouting Patrol, pass. Okay, hopefully the mirror. I will send this out immediately. Try and get an execute. If they show execute, it's most likely control. This is just going to be a little bit of an information getting card. 2 mana, see what the hell my opponent's playing.
I will prepare something special.
Gourmet, okay. So it is either aggro or mid-range. I have seen control play this card, but I do not like it in my control decks. Execute is just cheaper and cleaner. I don't want to play creatures in my control deck. I'll run out another Ward Crafter. If he gourmets me again, perfectly fine.
Your blood will spill.
Face.
So many purses, so little time.
Defender. So
Your blood will spill.
Let none defile our temple.
again, just trying to bait, because if they go Mage's Trick this, attack face, then it is a control deck with just like a weird low end.
Your blood will spill.
Trade.
A little distraction might.
Illusionist. K. Smelling like mid-range. Firebolt, goodness. These 3 cards deal with my dorky Knight of the Hour.
Behold my power. Khajiit is having a good night.
Prophecy. Ooh.
Let none defile our temple.
Opponent's getting aggressive to try and just deal with our crap.
I shall end their blasphemy.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
No reason to run at these Dress Renegades. If they showed me that they're gonna Firebolt my Knight of the Hour and that they're gonna jab my
May the ancestors
Hive
bless
Defender, I would rather keep my guard creatures to try and get as many removal spells out of them as possible. That does put a fork in my plan, though.
Khajiit is having a good night.
Execute.
Share your teeth.
Attack. So I could go Renegade, pass the jab 1 attack, and then I can tome this and trade. What are the odds that they see it? And if they don't see it, I can Manticore next turn. How many cards do they have in hand? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like that, actually. If they do something like Bolt Jav, or like a combination of stuff to destroy both of these creatures, then we can just Manticore next turn.
Elements, I
Oof,
summon
that's
thee.
not what I wanted to see. Marak.
Child's play.
I know they have the jab in hand, but I need to do this sooner rather than later. Thief. Wow, instant hit. They probably saw Tome. Unless they saw one of my Darky Dragons.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Mmm. I kinda want a Marak. Is that bad? Marak this, take 7. Go to 10. I have this for another Atro. Alternatively, I can go Hive Defender. And they just jab it. I take 12. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna Marak here.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
Taking Thief, as I have the Odavine in hand. Because if they go like face, barf out some creatures, or another Atromancer. Trade. That's very good. Trade's
I have many
super good.
important things on my mind.
Do your worst.
Unkano of my own.
I have many important things on my mind.
So they haven't shown me any Daggerfall mages of their own, so I'm tempted to keep the Execute. Because what does this Fireball do? It makes it so that I can Odavine plus Firebolt next turn, which kills a 6, so that would kill Hive Defender and the card I'm actually scared of is the Black Dragon. Because she is enormous. A 4-mana 5/5 is... yeah, that one.
I shall cure it.
Dawn's Wrath. I will just elect for the Dawn's Wrath. Try and bait Supreme Atromancer out of my opponent.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Illusionist. Lightning Bolt.
By the 8th, they
No.
will meet their makers.
Yeah, that Lightning Bolt. Am I Parthenaxing? No, Parthenax is... that's too aggressive. Harpy is a very, very good draw. Because I can go like this.
You cannot hope to outrun this.
Maroc. Ooh, if they play another creature, no. Okay.
Your storm is no match for mine.
This is a little awkward now if they have Atromancers of the Supreme variety. Jav, Tome. If they go attack pass, I am slamming this Parthenax.
So little time.
Ooh, I like the trinket actually. Because it breaks my rune. Boink. Ice Storm. The question is, does Aaron have whiffs? Dawn's Wrath.
May the ancestors bless us.
Six, put me in a 5. Atra plus something else will kill me. I need to do this now. This is officially looking pretty bad.
Let none defile our temple.
Ice Storm 2. I need to Parthenax.
Greetings.
Solitaire. Solitaire, goodness.
History shall remember this day.
Trade pass.
So many purses, so little time.
Bolt my face. Bolt my face. Okay. So that game was a little swingy. It was going good, and then we fell behind, and then it was going good. Then opponents started top decking. So yeah, and that definitely shows off kind of the difference in matchups between aggro mage and mid-range mage. Because mid-range mage has much more play against you, because their creatures are a little more tempo orientated, for lack of a better term. But 3 and 2 overall, I think that's still a good showing, considering that our 2 losses were to mid-range intelligence decks, which are on this deck's bad matchups, but they're definitely winnable. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the Deck Spotlight series. Thank you very much for watching.